Today I show you how to adjust the door puller when it's working too much, when it's pulling the door too hard or too soft. And I didn't notice, but if you see, there are oil drops on the arm of this door puller. So that means there was a bit of an oil leak there. I don't know why it was like this. There was nothing changed, nothing modified about it. And this, I actually put this cover later. I'm thinking that dust went into this seal there. There is this part. It had a door, it had a cap for that part, but it didn't really fit well. So probably that's the reason why it had a bit of a leak. And because there is an oil leak there, one of these adjusting mechanisms, they might not work properly because the oil makes it go slower. You can use any really flat screwdriver for this. I used this one because it's just what I had, and that's the part where it's supposed to have a dust cover there, and I'm thinking maybe some dust went in there. And you have two adjusting screws. There is two numbers, 1 and 2. It might be also they might have different names, but basically here the 1 is for the overall strength of the door, the sweep, how they call it, and the 2 here is for the last portion before the door closes completely. It will slow down. I'm not exactly sure how these are called. They might have different names, and this one I was actually thinking that this is an adjusting thing, but it's not doing anything, that one. There is nothing on the other side, and as you see now, the door opens and it slams a bit hard, and it might be different for you. For you, it might not even close. So that's another thing. You might have to adjust the arm. And to check if you need to adjust the arm, the arm has to be at a 90-degree angle with the door puller. I will show you in another video that part. And I want to show you that what I was doing actually, it wasn't great here. I opened all the way this screw. You shouldn't really need to adjust them so much, to open them so much like I did. But I was really trying to see a difference because I didn't have the manual. There was a manual for this. I have the box somewhere around, but I don't know. I think I threw away the manual. I could go to the shop I bought it from and take pictures of the manual. That's also an option. Or the best option would be to go on their website. Each manufacturer will have different settings, different things. And they also have a template. When you install these door pullers, you have to mark the places where the door puller should go relative to the corner of the door, because the door has to open all the way. Here I was really basically trying to see if anything changes, but when you want the door to go slower, you have to tighten. You see, now it's worse. Actually, it's not really great. And the second adjustment here, I noticed it really only works when you open the door all the way. If you don't open the door all the way, it will not really do much. So now it's completely out. But I really thought that oil, those drops of oil, they were there after I did this. But that's interesting. It was leaking from before. And when the oil leaks out from the door puller, it starts the adjustment doesn't work anymore, because the air will compress inside the cylinders, the pistons inside that were supposed to slow down the door. At some point I actually got it right. I got it the way I wanted it to be, but you see now it's really not even closing properly. But if you don't push it all the way out, it's still closing. So when you are adjusting this, you have to do it in really tiny steps. Imagine this screw here, this flathead screwdriver, is a clock. Every time you go around one full turn, it's a lot of adjustment. So when it's dialed in and you just want to make it a bit slower or a bit faster, you only move it from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, for example, or just make increments of small half turns or a quarter turn, not a full turn like I did. But yeah, this is actually I didn't try it before. I wanted to see which way, how each one works, and I realized this one is the sweep, how it's called, for the full path of the door. Eventually I did everything right, I believe, but yeah, I'm not sure about the leak. I made it so it will, even if it has a power for the sweep, I tightened the second adjustment screw more, so it will not slam the door too hard. But you see now, if it was adjusted too much, then it's also not good because the door doesn't close. I'll let you watch the video and see how I did it. I did this on another door puller, and by doing very tiny small adjustments, I was able to make the door go slower so it doesn't slam too much. It was really hitting the door frame too hard and the door was falling apart actually. So that's why you see the tape around it. Some of these aluminum pieces, they're coming out. I might have to get something going on there, someone to check the door, or I don't know. Write a comment below if you know how to put those covers for the aluminum door back how they were. They seem to be just snap in place, but yeah, most of the time they just fall out. This is a trial and error process, so when you're doing it, it's really good to know where you start from, the first adjustment point, maybe even to mark the position of the screws so you can go back to the original position. But once you do a full turn, then you have to remember that you did a full turn to the left to unscrew or to the right to screw it back. The cover is from another door puller, but it's good that it's fitting, so there's gonna be less chances of leaks of oil from dust. And this is the box. This is the box of the new door puller, and some of the parts from the old one. It was broken, the arm was broken on that one. And this is the brand. I'm probably going to go and find a manual for this online. Seems to be made in Italy, and yeah, that's the product. It's pretty good, very very strong, but yeah, the leaking, I'm not sure why it happened. And yeah, when it starts to leak, the adjustment doesn't really work much anymore. And it seems to be for the second adjustment, for the last part of before the door closes, that seems to be okay. And that's the thing that matters the most, to be able to prevent the door from really slamming too hard. And that's how it looks like. You can also rotate this arm to adjust its length so that this arm is perpendicular to the door puller itself. That's important. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you.